Alright guys, let's get into the time that Jesus healed my daughter. My daughter was born with a foot that was smaller than the other. When she was first born, you couldn't really tell, but as months went by, you started to notice. Her tibia was very short, her foot was very small, her ankle was turned in inwardly, so whenever she went to walk, she had to walk on her ankle. It so happened that one day I was at church and I was cleaning up. Just a little backstory about it. It was an African church. The pastor was a refugee from Nigeria. I learned a lot of my spiritual understanding from people that come from Africa, which is why I love them so much. I literally learned how to fight and pray and things like that from people from Africa, okay? So she had ended up telling me, she came into the bathroom while I was cleaning up and she was like, what are you doing? Why are you not fighting? She was like, somebody put a spell on you while you were pregnant and your daughter, now she can't walk and you're not getting up and you're not doing anything. Whoa. So with that being said, I started trying to pray and fight. But at that time, I was also in a very sinful relationship, so I didn't have much power. So it happened that at the same church, there happened to be a woman of God coming from Nigeria. When she came from Nigeria, she had the whole church packed. The reason why I took the praying route is because the woman of God, the pastor's wife, she told me to pray about it. And that was my first awakening to seeing the power of God. So fast forward back to this church, right? The Holy Spirit was urging me, go up and get her to pray for your daughter, because I could tell that the lady was powerful. I could just tell. I told her my daughter's condition and she prayed over my daughter. As she prayed over my daughter, I literally fell out. They grabbed my daughter really quick out of my hands and I hit the ground. When I hit the ground, I didn't feel any pain or anything like that. And I asked her why did I fall out? That's never happened to me before. I don't know what that was about. And she was like, there's a resistance there. You know, there's some kind of separation between you and God. Your spirit is not recognizing that presence. It was just overwhelmed. With that being said, she was healed that day. Honestly, I feel like that was my gateway into seeing the power of God, his healing power. And it had happened that I had eventually, over some years, ended up getting sick and got a condition that I could not get rid of. And because I had experienced that, I believed on the Lord for healing and he healed me. And I'm a working parent as well. And so whenever my children, they get sick, they're not feeling well, body hot or whatever it is, I always do a thing where it's like, okay, come here, let me pray over you, lay hands on you, go drink some water, and then they're just fine after that. So believe on the Lord for his healing power.